everybody, it's Cassia Jones, aka Jonesy, and welcome back to Live and Date in LA. Thank you so much for watching. So I am doing a Bantu knot on my blow-dried hair, and I will be using two products. I will first be using the buttercream from Aunt Jackie's, which is a moisturizing leave-in cream, and then I'll be using the curl LaLa to put on each section of my hair before I twist it into a Bantu knot. Again, I'm just going to be using small amounts of these products because I don't want my hair to revert. So I will also be using ponytail holders to section my hair. I will be using my favorite wide tooth comb, and I'm also going to be using bobby pins because I like to secure my Bantu knots with bobby pins after I twist them into my hair. So I want to make sure that you guys know exactly how I blow dried my hair, so I will leave links in the description box to two videos that I have made that shows two different ways that you can use to blow dry your hair. So I will leave those below, and that will answer all your questions onto how I got my hair into this blow dried state. So first, what I like to do is use my ponytail holders to section off my hair. I have to work in sections on my hair because it's really thick. And I'm not trying to make perfect parts here. I'm just making medium-sized parts using my hands because I want to go in with my buttercream and then use the curl LaLa on each section of the Bantu knot. So what you want to do is make sure that you are combing or brushing your hair out first before you apply your product, and use a small amount so it does not revert. I use the buttercream all over the section of hair that I have parted out, and then I go in individually with the Aunt Jackie's curl LaLa, and I apply that to each Bantu knot out, and I will apply a little bit more on the ends, which my ends tend to be really dry, and then I will twist it into a Bantu knot. So let's get started and get this tutorial going. Now that I have finished the back section of my hair, I wanted to jump in and show you guys exactly how to do a Bantu knot. I know most of us know how to do it, but there are some of us who kind of struggle with it, so I wanted you to see that I start by sectioning my hair. I hold my hair in between my fingers and roll it around into one large twist. And as I twist my hair, I circle it around itself. So you are twisting with one hand, circling the hair around itself with the other, and forming the knot. Now when I get to my ends, I do apply a little bit more of the curl cream because again my ends tend to be a little bit dry, and I add a very small amount to make sure that my ends aren't just going to be big and poofy when I release the Bantu knots. I continue to twirl around, form the knot, I grab a bobby pin, and I insert it. This is the best way for me to make Bantu knots. I do not use rubber bands as some hair tutorials will show. I do not feel that rubber bands are healthy for your hair no matter how you use them. And as you can see, I've made medium sections of my hair into Bantu knots. If you want smaller sections, you will have a tighter curl, but I want this curl to be much larger, so I made larger sections. So let's start on the front of my hair. Again, I just wanted to go in and slow this down for anyone who still needs a little bit of help learning how to form your Bantu knot. As you can see, I just take a large section of my hair, medium to large section of my hair, and I'm twisting the hair around itself. Once I begin to twist it around itself and it tightens, you are able to form the knot. I like to hold the middle of the knot with one hand, twist my hair continuously with the other, and wrap it around itself. The most important thing in forming the Bantu knot is to make sure you are not pulling your hair very tightly and that you are wrapping it around itself in a snug but not pulling or way too tight manner. You don't want to break your hair off with this style. Once I wrap the hair around, if need be, I add a little bit more curl cream to the ends and then I secure it with a bobby pin. So I just wanted to make sure everybody was able to see that, just in case you are struggling with Bantu knots, because when I first started doing the style, I struggled big time, y'all. Alright, so health over length, ladies. I noticed that my ends looked atrocious in the front of my hair. So I grabbed my scissors and made sure that I cut off all those raggedy parts. Stop being afraid to trim your hair, ladies. It's much better to have healthy hair than to have scraggly see-through ends that are just going to split higher and higher above the hair shaft and cause breakage. Don't be afraid to cut your ends. Alright, let's keep going. Now that my Bantu knots are complete, I'm going to grab my castor oil and I am going to oil my edges and my scalp. Now, I used to put castor oil on my hair, but I stopped doing that, and here's why. The castor oil is absolutely amazing. Castor oil, as we know, helps stimulate growth, and it has antibacterial properties and antifungal properties and can aid in helping dandruff as well as stimulating scalp growth. So that's what I decided to use it for. When I was using it all over my hair strands, I noticed that the castor oil was just coating my strands, sticking to them, and it was not being absorbed into my hair. So I decided to use castor oil for my scalp only and not my hair. If castor oil is absorbed into your hair, please continue with what you're doing. But I noticed that when I used it on my hair strands, my hair was just really weighed down, heavy, and greasy feeling. So I only use castor oil on my scalp and my edges. So now that I'm all done, I am going to keep these Bantu knots in for the day, go to sleep, and I'll show you what it looks like tomorrow.
24 hours later.
Alright, so I'm getting ready to head out to rehearsal, and I wanted to show you guys the takedown of my Bantu knots. So here's what it looks like before I take them down. I slept on them with no problems. There was absolutely no pain because, again, I was not pulling my hair extremely tight. So they felt really comfortable and I had absolutely no pain in sleeping with the Bantu knots whatsoever. You guys, look at this definition. I am straight shook. It is amazing, and we only used a little bit of 2 products. And look at this definition, it's absolutely amazing. Okay, so let's continue with the takedown. thing about Bantu knots is that it creates this really beautiful curl pattern where every single curl is not exactly the same, but they're really voluminous and they're super, just really beautiful, and I love this hairstyle. It's not something that I do often, but when I do it, I really love to do it on dry hair. When I tried it on wet hair, it didn't really go that well for me. It came out really frizzy and the curls did not have as much, of course, stretch because I was doing it on wet hair, but they weren't as defined. It was more frizzy. And when I do this hairstyle, if you're going to take the time to do it, you want some definition. And check out this definition. Look at these curls. They're absolutely beautiful, and they were not made with a ton of product. This is a really easy hairstyle, and it's a great way to have heatless curls in your hair. So I will shut up now and let you watch the rest of the takedown. Everybody, all I used was my hands to fluff the curls up. You don't even need a comb because you have so much volume when you're doing this on dry hair. So I just separated any curls that were really large and clumped together, made them into smaller curls, and used my hands to fluff and separate. I love this hairstyle. It's absolutely beautiful. It's heatless curls. It does not hurt at all to sleep on. It's really easy. It does not take long to do, and it lasts. Now for me, because I like to have a really defined curl, I just retwisted my Bantu knots at night and put my scarf on and slept with my scarf on. And I did that just for a few days to keep the hairstyle going because I like to have definition and I don't like it to get super poofy without having that curl definition in it as well. So you can also sleep on this without putting the Bantu knots back in. Just know that you'll lose a little bit of that curl definition. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you love it and that you liked it. Please leave any comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with everybody you know. Check me out on my blog, toliveanddate.la.co, and on Instagram at toliveanddate.la. I'm your girl, Castor Jones. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, To Live and Date in LA. Have a blessed day, everybody.